Hi, welcome to this drum lesson for Karma Police by Radiohead. Okay, so one of my big influences, Radiohead, growing up, and especially Phil Selway's drumming. I think he's great. You know, a lot of the time quite simple parts, but that's awesome. And saying that, it has a lot of intricate bits going on. Don't want to go on too much about him, but I was actually lucky enough to meet him once playing a show in Oxford, and he was there and chatted to him afterwards, and he was super nice dude, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's jump straight into this. So yeah, Karma Police, it's quite a strange sort of arrangement, in that it's kind of got the chorus, and then it's kind of got this post-chorus bit, and then it's got an outro. So but all the bits are so well crafted and worked out drum-wise. So let's break that down. So we've got this big intro, 8-bar intro on the sort of keys, piano, and then the drums come in. So, and this is what I call the chorus section. It just feels like the chorus, so we'll call it that. So within the chorus, the best way to break down the drum part is to break it in half. So we've got section A and section B. Okay. So if I play section A, now we're dealing with four bar repeating patterns. Okay. So section A is 4 bars that repeats. Okay. When I say repeats, it doesn't repeat A and then do A again. But when A happens later or in the second chorus, it's the same pattern. Hopefully that's not too confusing. Anyway, so let's focus on A section. So the A section is essentially a 2-bar pattern. Okay, so I'll just play it for you, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so this is the whole of section A. Here we go. Okay, so basically what we've got there is this kick pattern on 1, 3 and 3 and, so that's your 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, as kind of we've had in so many of these beginner videos. And then it switches to this other pattern, which is kick on the 1, but then the other 2 kicks are slightly earlier in the bar, so 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Okay? So it does the first bar kicks on 1 and 3 and 3 and then the second bar kicks on 1, 2 and 3. And then that 2-bar pattern just repeats again for 4 bars. Okay? So again, a bit slower, it's like this. Okay, so that's the 2-bar pattern, and then you just play it again. Okay, and that is section A. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Section B is kind of simpler on the bass drum. So when we do section B, doing 2 kicks on 3 and 3 and. So the kick pattern is this. Okay, so essentially that pattern, section B, we've got the same kick and snare pattern, just repeating. The only thing that changes is that we're doing this open hi-hat on 4 and then crashing on the 1 of the next bar. So that sounds like this. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So section B is the same groove pattern, kick and snare, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, just repeating for 4 bars, but at the end of bar 2 and 4, we're opening the hi-hat on beat 4 and crashing on the 1, okay? So that's the 2 sections in that verse, okay? Hopefully that makes sense for you. Now, to make it even more tricky, in this verse, in the chorus, you can call it a verse if you want, but it's really a chorus. It's a 16 bars, okay, 16 bars, and we're going section A, section B, section A, section B, okay, and that makes up 16 bars. A, B, A, B. Okay? If you really want to get deep into this, there's tiny little inflections that happen. You do A, then you do B, and then it does A again, but it doesn't do the second bar of section A in the 4th bar, if that makes sense. But I think that to begin with, to make it easier, so we'll learn section A, learn section B, and then go A, B, A, B. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Let's try just that beginning section. Intro, and then the first chorus of 16 bars. Okay? So let's have a go at that now. Here we go. Okay, great. So hopefully that made sense. It's a little bit confusing, but it's good as well just to do a little bit of listening, and you should be able to get it in there. It's just basically kick patterns and opening hats and crashes, so to get them in the right place, but essentially it's A, B, A, B. Okay, cool. So moving on from there, we've got this pattern which I would call maybe the post-chorus, passing kind of thing. We're on the ride cymbal. Now, it's the whole thing is an 8-bar pattern, but the first 6 bars there's no drums. So it's basically a stop for us on the drums. But then we come in the last 2 bars. And again, the pattern is very simple. Kicks on 1 and 3 and 3 and that just happens for 2 bars. So we wait for 6 bars and then we come in for the last 2 bars. Let me play the pattern for you. It's like this. Okay, so that's that end of that pattern, end of that kind of post-chorus. We just play the last 2 bars of the 8-bar section, and then we're back into the chorus. I always think if we're on the hat, it's a verse, but that's not always the case and shouldn't always be the case. Anyway, so after that we're back into another chorus. So the second chorus of the song is again this same idea of A, B, but we're only going A, B because it's 8 bars, okay? So we do section A and then section B, okay? So, yeah, let's try that now. So we're doing intro, first chorus, post-chorus, second chorus, because the second chorus is quite a lot to remember in there. So let's try that with the track now. Here we go. This is what you'll get when you mess with us. Camera police, I've given all I can, it's not enough. I've given all I can, but we're still on the Okay, great. So I hope that is making sense. Hope I haven't confused you too much. So yeah, a couple more bits for this song. The second post-chorus, again, same idea, 8-bar section, but we're only playing the last 2 bars on the drums. But this time we do a really nice fill coming out of it. So we do 1 full bar, same pattern. Okay, and then the second bar is this really nice fill, which sounds like this. I'll play the whole 2 bar section of that chorus, of that post chorus. Okay. So what we're doing there is we're adding a couple more kick drums to the front of the bar. It goes. That's the first bit. Kind of a bit of syncopated kick drums going on there. So you're doing a kick on 1 and 1 ah, so the last 16th note, and then on 2 and. So that's the beginning of bar 2. And then we've got this fill which starts here on the snare and the open hat. And then we're going around the drums. So that bar, that second bar. Again, a little bit slower. Okay, nice little lick. There's those little licks that he puts in are really good. This song, again, like I was saying, is about simplification. But then, because something's simple, when you drop in a feel like that, where there's a little flurry of notes, it makes so much more impact than if you're just always playing like really fast fills or something. But just dropping it in every so often almost gives the impact of it is just huge. And it's not just put anywhere as well. It's not just he's like, well, I haven't done a fast fill in this song, I'll just stick one in. You know, it's in there for a reason, because it builds to this outro section that is, by saying it's an outro section is completely understating how good it is. It's basically like an amazing middle eight, but that it's used as an outro. So the outro, as we were saying, when we do that fill, we crash out, we're back to the hats. So it's kind of like the chorus section, but we do this outro, and it's a very similar hi-hat, snare drum, kick drum pattern to the chorus. Bit more simple though. It's a 2-bar phrase that repeats now. So it's like our section A. It's the same as section A, but we're doing the open hi-hat on 4 and every time. So I'll play it for you, it's like this. Okay, so that's the outro section, and that is just 2 bars. All it is this. Just repeated the whole time. And that's like, that whole section is about 32 bars, I think, in total. So you're just repeating that pattern the whole time. There's right at the end of the song, there's a little glitchy bit where you stop for like a couple of beats, but you know, if you want to do that, have a go. I think that happens after about 31 bars, maybe. I think it just stops on beat 4, backbeat on beat 4, and then comes back in on 1. It's just a little glitchy thing. Okay, great. So let's try it from the beginning to the end now. Let's have a go and try it with the track. Here we are. This is what you'll get when you mess with us. Police, I've given all the carrots
This is what you'll get when you mess with love.
Okay, Ace, hopefully that went well for you. Again, thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing and all that stuff. Yeah, any questions? Remember the description. The charts are in the description, so probably be useful for this track. All right, nice one. And I will see you guys again soon. Cheers.